Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is Aaron. I have a question for you today. Have you ever dreamed of operating your RV's heating and cooling system while you're remote, while you're away from your RV? I know what you're saying. There are products out there that allow you to set certain parameters on your RV air conditioner and heater so that you can kind of try and manage while you're away from your RV. But today I want to introduce you to a new product. It's an all-in-one thermostat. It's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled so that you can monitor your coach while you're away. This new product is a direct replacement for the thermostat, so it's super easy to install, and we're going to take a look at it today, so stay tuned. Welcome back. Well, today we're going to take a look at MicroAir's new MicroAir Easy Touch RV thermostat. It's a Bluetooth Wi-Fi enabled thermostat which will allow you to control the temperatures in your coach while you're away. You may know MicroAir. They're famous for their MicroAir Easy Starts that allow you to run your air conditioning unit while on a small generator or on a small electrical connection or even with solar. This new thermostat they've developed is pretty great. It allows you to monitor your coach while away via the internet, so you can keep an eye on the temperature for your pets. You can make changes. It's really a solution that we've been looking for, and we hope that this is helpful, and we hope you enjoy the video. As many of you may know, I'm also the mobile RV tech, so if you guys are in the market for any of the MicroAir products, we are MicroAir dealers. Please reach out, leave comments below, contact us and let us know what you need. We can go through and ensure that we get the right product for your air conditioner and or your thermostat, and we can go from there, but we're more than happy to help you with that, get your orders placed, so just give us a shout. But first, let's go through the operator's manual. Let's check it out together, and then we'll get to the install. Let's take just a few minutes and go through the Easy Touch RV thermostat installation, quick start guide, and operation manual. Now you can see here on the front you've got a picture of the display screen on the thermostat, and as we scroll down we've got our contents. They've got several different models of this thermostat: single zone DC, multi-zone OEM, and single zone OEM. We'll look a little closer at those as we go through this manual. This manual is pretty inclusive. It includes operating parameters, smart device applications. Like I said, this is a Bluetooth and a Wi-Fi device so that you can connect to it away from your rig. Important safety information. The big caution here is be aware that voltages inside the heating and cooling system in your RV can be lethal. Make sure to turn off the breaker. And when in doubt, if you're plugged in an RV park, you can go ahead and unplug your coach from the pedestal and make sure that your inverters are turned off and that sort of thing, so you have no power going to your air conditioning system while you're installing this thermostat. All right, we keep going down. Here's the installation piece, and this is kind of where they break out the different models. This very first one is the single zone DC. This is for Coleman, Aircell, and RV products. And you can see on the back of this unit there are some pins. When you pull your old thermostat off the wall, there'll be wires going into the back of it that will line up with these pins. One little tip is make sure you label your wires before you disconnect them from your old thermostat so that you can reconnect them in the proper order. It could be really confusing if you get them out of order, and then it'd be really difficult to troubleshoot and try to figure out why your unit may or may not be working properly. Let's scroll down to page 5. Now we're getting into the multi-zone systems. This is for Dometic multi-zone CC2 systems. This is the system that we have in our coach, and this is the thermostat variation we'll be installing today. You can see all it requires, besides the 2 mounting screws, is the telephone cable type connection that communicates this thermostat with our unit on the roof. We have 3 zones. This will handle those zones, and it's all communicated through the air conditioner. The next model is a single zone OEM. This is for Dometic single zone systems. You can see here it has even a different type of connector on the back. Again, this is going to closely resemble or match what you have in your existing thermostat from the factory. It's a pretty easy one-to-one swap for these, even with the ones that require you to connect the wires. All right, and then the operations section, this kind of gives you a layout of what the icons look like. You have the power button icon, you have cool, heat strip, heat pump, furnace aqua modes, different icons for those. Automatic mode will switch between cooling and heating based on the temperature you've set, and these modes are only available if offered by your system. You're not going to have a heat pump mode if your system doesn't have a heat pump, etc. Fan speed can be adjusted between low, high, and medium, or automatic. Again, it's going to be based on your system. And then there are a couple cool features: home, away, and schedule functions. You can schedule your system to come on more during the day or less at night, that sort of thing. You can also set up a certain parameter to operate in a certain way while you're away and while you're home. You can adjust the screen brightness. You can see here that the display automatically dims after 25 seconds. There's also a night mode, so the display is dark unless you touch it. It's still operating in the background, it just blacks out so that you're not seeing that light at night. This kind of demonstrates a little bit how you use the schedule. We're going to go through that a little more when we do our installation and setup. You can change the temperature units from Celsius to Fahrenheit. The smart device applications, you can download the app from the Apple Store or from Google Play, and you can set up an account and manage your Easy Touch RV thermostat via the internet while you're away from your coach, which is pretty cool. Connecting with Bluetooth, again, while you're within 130 feet of your coach, you can connect with Bluetooth and watch your or check your temperatures that way. I kind of like the Wi-Fi feature because if I'm at my coach, I can easily come in and look at the thermostat, but it's nice to have this Bluetooth feature as well. You can reset your Bluetooth password, connect to the internet, connect with Wi-Fi, and calibrate the touch screen. The appendix here, starting on page 9, just shows you all the different icons that you may or may not see on the screen, and it kind of explains to you what those are, so pretty inclusive and self-explanatory. I like that. They've given you actual black and white documentation of all the icons, so you don't have to guess what the icon means when you see it on the screen. This product does come with a 2-year limited warranty, free from manufacturing defects for a period of 2 years from the date of delivery to the original purchaser. And you can go online and see the complete details of the warranty at microair.net. All right, let's get into the install. Let's get this thing mounted and get it going, and let's see what it takes to program it and set it up and get online. All right, so here's our existing Dometic thermostat right here. We're going to be removing that, but first let me show you what the MicroAir looks like. Here's the box. So this is the MicroAir Easy Touch RV, and this is the ASY350X01. And because we have a multi-zone Dometic system, that was the proper one for us, but they do have a nice parts finder on their website, so you can narrow down which one you need for your system. If in doubt, just give me a shout, a message, or whatever, and I can help with that as well. All right, let's see what else is in the box. So one thing I noticed right away in the box I thought was kind of cool was this little card, and it kind of shows you how you're going to line up the screws in the wall to mount it, and I'll show you that here in a second. But it's got some warnings on it telling you not to open the thermostat up. You'll void the warranty. There's nothing inside that needs to be touched, so you don't have to worry about that. And then they got this little icon reference card that kind of remind you what all the individual icons mean. So I'm probably going to mount that somewhere in here so that I can have it for easy reference if I need it. And then last but not least is the actual unit itself. So it's got a protective cover on it, but this is the touch screen. You can see it's about as little wider than my thumb, so it's pretty compact. It's really light, and in our case, our thermostat communicates with our AC via telephone, or this telephone type connection. So that's all really the connection we have to worry about. This piece here, let me take it off and show you. This in this little baggie is actually a little guide that lines up the two screws so that you can mount the spacing properly. And then once you get it mounted, you actually clip off this little black strap, and that will allow you to mount the thermostat without having to open it up and screw it to the wall. So that's also pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get this thing mounted, and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, so in order to get this thermostat off the wall, there's a tiny tab right under here, if you can see it, hopefully. You push that tab off, and it just pops off kind of like that, and you can pull it right off the wall. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one off, and I'm gonna remove the backing plate from the wall. I'm just gonna unplug the phone cable, just like that. And take all these 4 screws out. And it's really just as simple as that. Now I'm going to position this new thermostat so it covers up this hole. And I'm going to have to put those right in the center. So we'll go right on the edge of the hole and right on the edge of the hole. Alright, so this is that little piece that was in that little baggie. And what this basically does is line up your holes. So if you put this here where you want to place your unit, and I've got a 1/8 inch drill bit right here. So I'm going to start and I'm just going to drill a hole. Now be very careful because this is soft. We'll put that one over that hole. Kind of like that. Kind of make it straight. And line this one up. There we go. So this thing comes with these blue mollies. So we're going to take a larger drill bit and just loosen the hole up so the molly will fit. And we'll push this one in over here. Alright, so now that we've got our mollies in the wall, we're going to go ahead and place this on. I'm going to go ahead and attach this side first. Just put the screw in the molly. Kind of like that. We'll do both screws. Then we'll clip off that little plastic retainer. And just take a pair of cutters and just clip that little piece of plastic off. And that's trash. Now, all we have to do is plug in our new thermostat and hook it on these two. You see here it says top, so you want to make sure that's up. And it mounts on the wall just like that with those screws in the holes, and then slide it down. And it goes on just like that. Easy enough. Now you can see when I plugged it in, now it's got power. So we can push the on button. There we go. So it's saying that inside is 72, outside is 58. Zone 1, 2, and 3. It's pre-sensed, auto-sensed my zones. If I press the zone button, now I'm on zone 1. We're going to drop this to 68. And we're going to go heat. So that's our heat pump, which we have on. That is our furnace. So because we're boondocking, we want this set on furnace, 68 degrees. Now we're going to go to zone 2. We're going to turn zone 2 off. There. We're going to go to zone 3. Zone 3 is already off. Zone 3 is off. Zone 1's on 68. And it's on furnace because we're boondocking. So the cool thing about this is you've got your outside temperature, you've got your inside temperature, you've got your setting. Now there are some other programming you can do, like for the fan here. We're going to put the fan on automatic, which is right there. Let's bump this up and just make sure the furnace comes on. There's 74, the furnace should come on. There we go. Furnace just kicked on. You can see it's red. We're going to lower it back down to 68, and it should kick back off here in a second. So that's really the ins and outs of how to set it up. Now there are some different programming features you can do, and that's all outlined in the manual. I may do a second video outlining all the programming measures, but that's the basics and really how simple it is to install this thermostat. Alright guys, so in order for this to work via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, you have to download the app. It's the Easy Touch RV app found in the App Store. And the cool thing about it is, if I change something on this screen, let's push power off. Power goes off up here. Power on the screen. Power back on. This is really cool. So now you can change your zones. You've got your setup. You can change your temperature, and you can also program on this when you're away. That's just a quick look at the screen and how you can program this thermostat when you're away from your RV. And that's really why we love the idea of this thermostat, is because we want to be able to check on the temperature in case Miss Maggie is at the RV while we're out somewhere. Mr. Socks the cat. So we just want to make sure that we can control things while we're away, and it looks like this is a solution. So far, it's performing as well or better than our factory thermostat, and I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with it. So more to come. I think I may end up doing a setup video, show you guys how to set the thing up, a little bit more detail. So look for that and check it out when it comes out. All right, well, that's the MicroAir Easy Touch RV thermostat. I am an Easy Touch dealer, so if you guys are interested in this, please reach out and let me know. But so far, so good. I'm really impressed with it. It's super easy to install, especially with the Dometic system. Now, if you have a system that has regular thermostat wires, it'll take you a few more minutes to install it, but it's not going to be bad. And it's super easy to set up and program. You download the app, you connect to it either via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and setting up is pretty simple. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hopefully it was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave me comments below. And until next time, safe travels. Bye.